Welcome to the Quarantine Players. Tonight we're reading Happy Thanksgiving by Tim Boland. Meet Leslie Ross, our director.
Everyone, this is Leslie Ross, and I want to go through the cast and introduce everybody to you. So when I introduce you, if you guys could just say hi. Our first actor is Scott Graham, and he'll be playing Arthur Harmon. Scott, say hi.
Hi.
Our next actor is Lori Mulstein, and she'll be playing Bev Harmon. You want to say hi, Lori?
Hi, everyone.
And then we have Katie Nicholson playing Deborah Harmon Gonzalez.
Hello.
Ricardo Badilla playing Hector Gonzalez. Say
Hola,
hi.
y'all.
Hey. And then we have Matthew Marcus playing Robert Harmon.
Hi.
And we have Harney playing Sarah Henderson.
Hello.
And we have Chaz Pando playing Malik Henderson.
Hello.
So we're going to go ahead and get started. As you know, this is Happy Thanksgiving. It's set in 2016. This is Act 1, Scene 1, a living room, midday in a middle-class home, tastefully appointed. Arthur Harmon walks in with an extra drink glass, which he sets on the side table carrying liquor bottles. He steps back, satisfied, while Bev Harmon enters with some from the offstage kitchen area.
We'll be here in 5 minutes.
Sarah and Malik?
No, Debbie and Hector. They just called. They're right around the corner.
So why did they call?
To give us a warning?
You mean prepare us?
Oh, my word, what a Thanksgiving this is going to be.
Relax, everything's gonna be fine.
You took the Trump signs off the front lawn.
No.
You left the Trump signs on the front lawn? Are you looking to start a fight?
Why do we have to hide who we voted for?
What did we say about today?
We're not going to talk about politics.
And what do you think those Trump signs out there are going to do?
We have nothing to be ashamed of. Fred still has his out, and so does Merle next door.
Don't even get me started on Fred and Merle. Arthur Harmon, there's such a thing as being a good winner. You don't rub it in. Worse than a bad loser is a bad winner.
And what about them being good losers?
Stop that. Those signs are all Debbie needs is to set her off. You know how fragile she is right now. Now go get those signs out the front lawn. Go.
You know, it was just a presidential election, not the end of the world.
Not to her side, never to the other side. It's the end of the world. Go, hurry.
I'm only doing this for you, my love.
Not for me, for the sanctity of Thanksgiving, not to mention our family.
Okay, happy?
Where'd you get all of those? I thought we only had 2 out there.
Well, I took Merle and Fred's signs too.
Are you crazy?
I know you wanted me to take them.
I never said such a thing.
Oh, subconsciously, all the things you never say out loud, but I can read you like a book.
You got the wrong book. Now that you have them, why don't you throw them away?
No way.
You won, you don't need them anymore.
For 2020?
I wouldn't be looking that far ahead for him. Now go hide them before Deborah arrives.
Well, where do you want me to put them? In the basement?
No, not the basement. We may be down there later. Put them upstairs.
The hallway closet?
No, in one of the bedrooms, under the bed. Put Trump under the bed.
Huh. Bet he's never been there before.
You'd be so sure about that. Go. Promise me you're not going to talk about politics.
Not unless she starts it.
Not even if Jesus starts it. No politics.
We've always talked about politics in this house.
And you ever wonder why our children move so far away?
Now, don't you blame that on me.
This is Thanksgiving. There are no Democrats or Republicans on Thanksgiving. We're all just Americans. One big happy American family.
Yeah, until Black Friday starts, then it's every American for himself.
I can't believe Jerry is making us work tonight. Thanksgiving. I never thought at this age I would be working on Thanksgiving night.
They should start calling it Black Thursday.
Just dreading when they start Black Friday on Wednesdays.
Well, You barely finish your turkey and pumpkin pie, and you're off to work.
Wouldn't be so bad, at least if we had some business.
Well, who the hell gets their hair done at 2 a.m. in the morning? I mean, I can see electronics store, but a hair salon?
Jerry's hoping to sell lots and lots of hair products.
How many women want to buy hair products on Thanksgiving night?
In this economy, at a discount, plenty. Are they here yet? They should be here by now.
Hold on. Oh, you're right. They're here.
Good.
But they're just sitting there in the driveway.
She must have seen you taking those signs off the lawn.
She did not see me. I looked back as I was coming in.
Oh, God. I hope she took her medication. What are they doing now?
It looks like she's on the phone.
They're always on the phone. Every one of them. They can't exist without their phone.
Oh, wait. Hector's getting out of the car. Oh, he's coming. Alone.
Alone?
Well, he must be running reconnaissance, checking out the enemy.
We are not the enemy.
Sure, don't tell her that.
We're family. At the end of the day, no matter who we voted for, we're still family.
Yeah, easy for us winners to say.
Stop that. I told you, we're going to be good winners. No gloating.
You know, sometimes I can't control what my face does.
Arthur, you will not gloat. You will be a good winner. Oh dear, what a Thanksgiving this is going to be.
I'll get it. You just stay your normal, calm, placid self.
I'm always calm. I'm very calm. God, why couldn't they hold Thanksgiving like the Canadians in October before the election?
Wouldn't be as much fun.
Hector, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You know, we could have picked you up at the airport. You didn't have to rent a car.
Deb wanted to.
Better able to make a fast getaway in case things go downhill, huh?
Arthur, stop.
He's not that far off.
Here, let me take those.
How are you, Hector?
I've been better.
We understand. Will our firstborn be joining us anytime soon?
Well, how long does it take to convince an electoral college elector to change his vote?
On Thanksgiving Day?
There are no days off for Deborah.
You don't have to tell me.
It's never going to work. You might turn 1 or 2 electors maybe, but not 30.
Arthur, what did we agree on?
We're not going to talk politics today.
Oh, wow, a real day off.
Oh, good news. She's out of the car.
Yes, that's my girl.
What did she do to her hair?
Interesting, huh?
Oh, she stopped
Stopped? Where?
on the walk. She just sat down on the walk. She's just sitting there, cross-legged.
It's cold out there. She'll catch pneumonia.
The least of our worries.
God, she hates us.
Well, she doesn't hate you.
Yes, she does. We voted against her first female president. She hates us.
She's very disappointed with you, but
She hates us.
okay, she hates you, but it's only temporary.
We don't know that for sure.
She almost backed out as we were boarding the plane here, but I convinced her to come.
Oh, why did you tell her?
I asked her, how often do we get the chance to mix it up with the enemy?
See? I said we were the enemy.
We are not the enemy. Are we the enemy, Hector? Hector?
You're the enemy, but hopefully only temporarily.
I'm so worried about her.
She just needs time.
It's been 2 weeks. After Bush was elected, she was a teenager, and then re-elected, she was bad, but nothing like this.
For Deb, losing a presidential election is like going through the 5 stages of grief.
Oh, where's she at now? The anger stage? Bargaining?
She's actually doing the first 4 all at once. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression.
But after that, it's what, acceptance?
I wouldn't count on that one. Have you read some of her Facebook posts?
I can't bear to anymore. She needs to stop writing every little feeling she has on that Facebook and Twitter.
It's her therapy.
Therapy. On Facebook? What happened to therapists?
It's the new group therapy.
She doesn't need therapy. What she needs to do is move on. Suck it up and move on.
Arthur. Can't believe how much she writes on that social media, middle of the night, posting things at 3 a.m. When does she sleep?
She doesn't. You should try sleeping next to her. She's doing everything she can to get into an epic Twitter battle with Trump that goes viral worldwide.
God, keep her off it. Do whatever it takes, Hector. You have our blessing.
Well, that might be the only thing maintaining her sanity.
You all have to get off social media. It's like,
Drug.
I didn't want to say it.
It's true. I can't get it off of it myself. I try for a few days, but then bang, fall off the wagon, right back on.
Whatever happened to diaries, personal journals? That's what I should get Debbie for Christmas. A nice diary, something with seashells.
She's not really a beach person.
I know, but something to write down her thoughts privately, her most intimate thoughts. Have a private conversation with just herself.
Well, our generation isn't interested in privacy.
I know. I mean, you go to the supermarket and you text people to announce what you're buying for groceries. We really don't have to know all those things.
You should get her a dog. Go for long walks with a dog. Best therapy known to man. Oops, she's up. She's on the move.
That's it, baby. You can do it.
Ah, she's back down.
Poor Hector. I don't know how you put up with her.
Yeah, well.
We can never lose you, Hector.
Oh, okay, she's up again. She's coming. I think we're good. One step at a time, baby.
They should just cancel Thanksgiving during presidential election years.
I'll second that.
We could have had 3 more different children if we planned on it. A socialist.
A democratic socialist, dear.
Whatever that is. A democratic socialist. A gay Republican son. And what is someone who voted for Hillary for president?
I think they're still trying to figure that one out.
That might be their problem.
Arthur.
I'll get it.
No need, Hector. She has a key. We want her to think that this is always her house. In here, darling. God, dear God, if you have any mercy, please get us through this.
Act 1, Scene 2. Upstage. Deborah Harmon Gonzalez stands silent, dressed in black with short cropped black hair.
Hello, dear. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh my, what did you do to your hair?
I cut it.
I see. And the color, it's so dark. When did you do that?
After the election.
Kind of a post-election makeover.
Arthur.
Right on the money, Dad. That's what it is. I needed to make myself over.
So that's what's going on at the salon.
What?
A number of women coming in the last 2 weeks asking to cut their hair off, taking the highlights out, going dark or gray.
It's not a makeover. It's a political statement.
Arthur, stop. Deborah, your father has promised that we are not going to talk about politics today.
Oh, very convenient now that he's on the winning side.
Hey, you won the popular vote.
Arthur, enough. She's got a rental car. She can leave at any time. Take their coats, dear.
Right. Sorry. Bad host. Where are my manners?
Oh, my. Are you going to a funeral? Did someone die?
Yes, Mother. Something died. I really don't want to be here.
You sense that.
If Robert starts in, I
Sweetie, your
swear.
father talked to your brother last night after he arrived. Today, we are going to be a Donald Trump-free zone.
I have parents and a brother who voted for an American Hitler.
Oh, sweetheart. The president-elect may be a lot of things, but he's not Hitler.
I think he's right, sweetie. Hitler, as evil as he was, he actually had a belief system.
This was a bad idea.
Please, sweetheart, if we can't get through this, how will America get through it?
How am I supposed to pretend things are going to be all right?
Sweetheart, no one really knows what's going to happen. He doesn't deserve a chance.
A chance? Look at the people he's parading through that Fifth Avenue gilded palace of his to interview for jobs. Racists, misogynists.
She's making it hard for me to maintain my promise, dear.
Am I supposed to just sit here, ask all of you to please pass the cranberry sauce and pretend that people's lives are not going to change dramatically in the next year?
I think he's more talk than anything else. I mean, look at his family, the children. They all seem like very nice people. Ivanka,
Don't even get me started on that self-absorbed bobblehead. Ivanka and her brand. Everything's about the brand. And even worse, that Euro supermodel Melania.
what?
The anti-immigrant president's immigrant trophy wife has decided that their 10-year-old son will remain in the Trump Tower until next June so he can finish his private school year.
Well, moving in the middle of the school year could be disrupting.
Mother, it costs $500,000 a day to provide security for them to remain in New York City. It's going to cost taxpayers millions of dollars so private primary school kid can finish out his school year. This is your people's president? Man up, Johnny boy. Tell your little guy pack your bags. We're going to Washington.
Sweetheart, I don't mean to pry, but did you take your medication?
Say it, Mother. My anti-anxiety drug.
Well, why don't you just call it your anti-Trump drug?
Ugh.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to lighten the moment.
It's not over. He can still be stopped. Until the swearing at noon on the 20th of January, 2017, we have a chance. We have to keep fighting. Use every avenue.
Like those voter recounts? Complete waste of money. And as for trying to turn over the Electoral College, if you think we have problems now, wait until that happens.
Please, Arthur, she's entitled to hope.
There's hope and there's reality.
You're right. Hope died 2 weeks ago.
No, dear. Hope is always alive. What do we have if we don't have hope?
We're about to find out.
Sweetie, you're home. Think of this as your personal sanctuary, a place to get away from it all.
Yeah, like a demilitarized zone, your own personal DMZ.
Arthur, enough.
This is going to be our last Thanksgiving together in Michigan.
Oh, no, come on. We're not going to let politics divide this family.
You went red, Mother. We were a blue state for as long as I can remember. I always loved being able to call myself a Michigander. Now it's over, forever.
Why should it be over?
You were one of the states that put him over the top. How could you?
We didn't mean to. We never thought he was going to win, especially in Michigan.
I used to fantasize possibly moving back here one day, but now, no way. Someone the other day asked me where I'm from, and when I told her Michigan, she had this look in her eyes like, oh, you're from Trump land.
I think you're imagining.
The place I used to call home, it's not home anymore.
Michigan will always be your home.
Tell them.
Yeah, we don't know for sure.
Tell them.
We're researching about moving to Canada.
Oh, you don't want to go to Canada, honey.
They have universal health care, women's right to choose, no capital punishment.
You can't go to the Great White North.
Why not?
You think we have winter here? Nothing compared to there. I was up there once for a conference at the beginning of April. They still had 2 feet of snow on the front lawn.
Not anymore from what we've learned.
Oh, no?
Global warming. In 10 years, they'll say it'll be like North Carolina.
Oh,
What? What now?
North Carolina, they went for Trump.
I will never, ever buy another product made in North Carolina.
Well, that's where you're lucky, my dear, because nobody in North Carolina buys anything made in North Carolina anymore.
If I can help it, I will never spend another dollar in one of your red states.
Now, there's a slogan. Buy blue. You could create your own blue state trade zones.
Arthur, stop. Your daughter is hurting. Where's your empathy?
I can't do this.
Sweetheart, why don't you lie down a while? You know, you traveled a long way.
I don't want to lie down.
Is it time for more medication?
I don't want to medicate myself, Mother. I want to hurt someone.
No, dear. Violence will never solve anything.
We're in a war. Why can't anyone see that? The enemy is not across some ocean. It's right here at home.
I wouldn't call it a war, dear. We disagree on certain things.
People are going to die, Mother. Their policies are going to kill people.
You can't predict that.
Take away healthcare, people will die.
And unborn children have been dying for decades.
Don't go there, anywhere but there.
No, say it again, Dad, please. I'm amazed it took you this long to get to it.
Arthur, don't. Okay. I see now that my request to not talk politics may have been asking too much. So, 10 minutes. 10 minutes of politics. Get it out of your systems and then no more.
They're going to break families up, my own husband's.
It was a campaign. He said a lot of things. It was to get elected.
Deportation forces?
They may do a couple of deportations, but Obama did them too, and they'll make it look like they're doing something, and then they'll move on.
Yeah, building walls, ethnic, racial profiling, banning entire religious groups.
They're just trying to secure and save America.
You want to save American lives? Then start going after other Americans. More Americans are killing other Americans every year, more than any terrorists or immigrants have ever done. Over 12,000 murders a year, but we rarely hear about that.
Sweetheart, is there a chance that today, just today, we can put aside our differences and agree to, disagree?
My brother mocks me on Facebook, posts Republican propaganda, ends up on my wall. My friends see it, made up stuff, no truth to it whatsoever. It's time to fight back, take the gloves off.
Sweetie, remember what that nice Michelle Obama says? When they go low, we go high.
Screw high. We need to go low, lower than them, fight them in the trenches.
Well, I'll remind you, he operates out of a penthouse.
I hope they burn that Fifth Avenue vanity project to the ground.
Oh, watch that now.
What?
You don't know who's listening. And besides, there are other people who live in that building. Think about them.
Them, sheikhs and CEOs and hedge fund thieves?
Well, whoever they are, I don't think they want to be living in that Fifth Avenue bunker right now. On TV every night. It's like a war zone outside there.
You're going to get through this. We're going to get through this.
Then I'm going to need a whole lot more drugs than I'm currently prescribed for.
These are the good days. I can get it.
No, if that's Robert or Sarah, they've got a key.
We've all got keys.
Yes, you do. We want all of you to feel that this will always be your home.
I am not talking to Robert.
Please, honey, make an effort.
We have nothing in common.
Your family. If nothing else, that's what you have in common.
It's not enough.
Then talk about other things. The weather.
The weather? He's a corporate capitalist climate changing denying pig. I want to leave.
No,
What?
I said no. We're not leaving. It's Thanksgiving. We're family. Even if your brother is a corporate capitalist climate change denying pig, he is this family's corporate capitalist climate changing denying pig. I will be pleased to pass him the cranberry sauce.
Sweetheart. Sweetheart.
Oink oink, the corporate capitalist climate change denying pig is in the house.
Look at that. Disgusting.
What?
That cap. Make America great again. I am not sitting across any dinner table making effing nice with him. No way.
Robert, please remove your cap.
What about my free speech rights?
Free speech out there. And here are my rules. You know, it's always been, we don't wear hats inside the house.
Well, that's such an antiquated rule.
Robert, do as your mother asked.
He wore it just to get under my skin.
Debs, today I come in peace.
Oh yeah, I read your Facebook post.
I am simply responding to your assertions.
Assertions? How about the facts?
You have your facts, we have our facts.
You kids need to get off of that Facebook.
How can you look past everything this man has said and done? The obscenities.
Obscene? Whose candidate called half the voters deplorables?
She apologized for that.
Some things you can't take back. Deb, I know you're hurting. I am not here to rub it in. I came back home to watch football today and get some of the dark meat of the turkey.
See that?
What?
That Republican entitled attitude. You get the dark meat and we get what's left.
Okay, I'll eat the dry Democrat white meat. Happy?
You know, I try to do my best to make the meat as juicy as possible. You think I like having to deal with the white meat? If it were up to me, the whole damn turkey would be dark meat.
Isn't this what Thanksgiving's all about? Who's white meat, who's dark meat?
Is that some veiled comment about race?
Oh, give it up, Miss Pantsuits Nation.
I don't wear pantsuits.
Then whatever it is you wear, I did not come here to hit all your hot buttons.
Right, you're just here for turkey and football.
You have a problem with football?
You like watching young adult Black men destroy their brains?
Hey, I'm not telling them what to do. They choose it. And some of them are white too.
They dangle millions of dollars in front of mostly young Black men who have lived a life of scarcity, seduce them with their mega bucks to destroy their bodies and minds to the point where they end up killing themselves by the time they're 50 years old. You feel no guilt or complicity in that?
Would it be that kind of Thanksgiving, huh?
We just streamed the movie Concussion.
Sis, with all due respect, putting aside all our differences, all too numerous to mention, where do you get the right to tell me what TV I can watch on Thanksgiving Day?
If enough of you stopped watching it, maybe they'd change the sport.
And what do you propose?
They play flag football.
Boring.
Boring.
Yeah.
What is this obsessive need for American men to watch other men maim each other in the name of what? Sport? Competition? Grow up.
Sweetheart, she's pressing me.
Ah, Sarah and Malik, not a minute too soon.
I'll get it.
No, dear, she got a key.
We all have a key.
Right. You all have a key, so you think you still live here or could come back at any time. But the bottom line is you're all out and none of you are ever coming back. Right, dear?
Well, I was hoping you would have said it a little less directly.
Besides, none of you will need us. You've got Facebook. You're part of a social network. Who needs families?
Arthur.
What?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. You made good time.
Let me take those for you.
My husband's just running a little behind. Oh, but there he is.
Is the game on yet?
Oh, God.
Did I say something wrong?
Okay, now that everyone's here, we need to get some ground rules straight. We're not going to talk about politics today, and we're not going to talk about the neurological consequences of playing football.
Neurological consequence. Would you like us to go back outside and come in again?
No, we'd wind up in the same place.
Gentlemen, I believe our first game is about to begin. Another Thanksgiving with the Detroit Lions. God, pray for us.
Pray for all of Michigan.
Pray for the entire country. They have to endure it too. To the basement.
That's it. Go to your man cave when the things turn up.
That's it. Neanderthals, follow me to the man cave. Onward, march.
Girls, I need to get back to the kitchen.
Oh, we can help you.
No, I'll be okay.
You don't think we're very good in the kitchen, do you?
Well, all of you always eating out in restaurants. I don't understand that.
We're too busy. We don't have time to cook.
And make time. Cooking is where you learn about yourself. What's most important? You want to feed your soul? Learn how to feed your stomach.
Well, maybe you could start to teach us today, Mom.
Another time, dear. You haven't seen each other. Time for you two to catch up. Now remember, no politics.
No politics. It's one of the things I'm most proud of with this family. We're always at each other's throats with politics.
And that's exactly why we're not talking about politics today. It's been a very long year. America needs to heal. We all need healing. Now, can I trust the two of you together?
We'll be fine, Mother.
No, you won't. But today, for me, for your father, fake it.
How's your electoral college campaign going? Turned any electors yet?
I think that falls under the topic of politics.
No, it's social activism.
There are some who are definitely thinking of switching.
So that's good.
Unfortunately, most of them are Hillary electors.
What do they want?
A third candidate,
Like who?
another Republican.
But they're Democrats. What's the point?
I'm asking that myself.
And you? How are you doing?
Other than medicating myself around the clock?
Is this really worth your health?
No, but I'll probably be much sicker with the alternative.
You had your alternative staring you right in the face.
Right, your Bernie movement.
At least we had a movement, not some grand tour of destiny.
Your candidate split us in half.
We were split long before Bernie came along. He only put a spotlight on it. Hey, we still voted for her. It didn't feel good. It felt like betrayal, but we did. We voted for your first female president. Only problem was you wanted a woman so badly to become president, you looked right past the better candidate.
Sanders could have never been elected. A self-described socialist.
A democratic socialist.
The American people would never have gotten the difference. They'd hear the word socialist and they'd think commie or pinko.
You think the people are so incapable of nuance?
Yes. Yes. How do you think we ended up with this 140 character spelling challenge simpleton? Make America great again? What the hell does that even mean?
I'm not entirely sure he even knows. But 60 million people figured it out. You were all going along with a sense of inevitability, all ready for this coronation. History in the making, the first female president. You forgot just one thing. You stopped paying attention to all those people incapable of nuance.
Well, they are.
Or maybe they don't want nuance. Did you ever think of that?
These people just voted for a tax evading billionaire who pretends he's one of them, but wouldn't let them within 500 feet of one of his member only brand properties. He's going to screw them worse than he does us, and they're just going to smile as if he's not sticking it to them. How can people be so stupid?
Well, if they're so stupid, how were we not smart enough to get their vote?
Because we didn't realize there were so many of them.
Or maybe we're not as smart as we think we are.
Those people are just so simple-minded.
They may be simple-minded, but the question, how did we become so complicated?
He can still be stopped. The Electoral College doesn't meet for another 3 weeks.
Forget the Electoral College. What you need is another sex tape.
Oh, it's out there. We know it's out there. Someone is sitting on something so hot, so impeachable.
That could make history. Impeach a president before he's even inaugurated.
How can you be so calm?
It happened. He got elected. The thing we never conceived could have happened, happened. But life goes on.
How can you say that? You know what's coming. It's going to be bad, really bad.
I know. Longest 4 years we'll ever know.
We have so much work ahead of us. I get exhausted just thinking about it.
Look, I don't exactly know what's happened, but maybe, just maybe, there's something going on out there with half the country that we need to take time to understand.
Understand? What is there to understand? If the evidence is staring them right in the face, they won't admit it. I don't have time or the energy to understand these people. It's going to take everything I have just to fight them.
How can we fight them if we don't take the time to know them?
I don't want to know these people.
Well, until we do, or until they take away their voting cards, we're going to have to deal with them, like it or not.
You're surrendering, giving up.
I am not surrendering. Anything but. Life goes on, dear sister. Life goes on.
What?
Life goes on.
Wait a minute. Are you and Malik?
Does this look like surrender?
Oh my God.
I'm creating a future blue voter.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so happy for you.
Wow. You're smiling. Mission accomplished. What?
Don't ever use those words. Mission accomplished.
Sorry, right, forgot, Bush, Deb. It's Thanksgiving. I'm pregnant. Allow yourself some moments of, if only brief, joy. Feel some joy.
It's so hard.
I know. But as Mom said, if you have to, fake it. Now, please, no word until Malik and I make the announcement later, okay?
My lips are sealed.
Malik is hoping for a girl.
Really?
One who one day might grow up to be president, with no small thanks to Hillary.
You think?
It's just a matter of time. It wasn't meant to be her, but there will be a her. Let's go help Mom. So, when are you and Hector going to make me an aunt? Baby sisters don't really like to have the first grandchild in the family.
It's not the best time.
After what's happened, you should want to create an army of future Democrats.
Knowing this family, who knows how they'd turn out?
Oh, and irreversibly indoctrinated.
You know what really gets me? Now, after everything, he's never going to release those damn tax returns.
Football game, halftime. Living room, a half an hour later. Arthur, Robert, Hector, and Malik enter carrying a bowl of chips and some open beer.
Yeah, it could be worse. Up 10-7 at the half. I'll take that any day.
Just wait. The Lions are going to wreck our Thanksgiving as good as the sun comes up.
They can't be that bad.
First team ever to go 0-16 in NFL history. Never been to a Super Bowl. One playoff win in 60 years. It's almost too much to have to endure them every Sunday. But then we have to watch America watching this turkey of a team every Thanksgiving.
If they're so bad, how do they keep getting a game every Thanksgiving?
Tradition. America loves tradition.
And there's nothing more American than turkey, yams, mashed potatoes, and the Detroit Lions stinking up the biggest meal of the year.
We used to think of them as the Chicago Cubs of football. Now I can't even say that. Damn Cubbies. Had to go and win it all after 108 years.
You won't have to wait 180 years.
Don't bet on it.
It's really not fair. Our car and manufacturing industry got shipped offshore, and we got left with the Detroit Lions. Now, that's trade imbalance.
Mexico would love an NFL franchise.
No, Hector. Mexico, wall or no wall, does not deserve the Detroit Lions.
Manufacturing would have to come back here before the Detroit Lions ever win the Super Bowl, and that's not happening.
You don't think manufacturing is coming back here?
Hell no.
So why did you vote for him?
Because at heart,
We're all Detroit Lions.
Lions fans. Oh, straighten up, gentlemen. The CEO is in the boardroom.
Is the game over?
We only wish. Halftime.
You know, the one good thing about halftime in Detroit on Thanksgiving,
No, but I think you're about to tell us.
no one can score on the Detroit Lions.
Don't bet on that.
So which one of you big, strong he-men wants to carve the turkey?
Never carved a turkey before.
Well, no better time to learn, son.
You have one of those electric knives, Dad?
No electrical assistance in this house. Real men use real knives.
Follow me into my cave. It's called the kitchen.
And in there, it's Russia. And she's Putin.
Do not mention Putin or that WikiLeaks. You'll get Deborah all started.
How's it going over there at your nonprofit?
Make it a profit. Best year yet. He is the best thing that's ever happened to us. Donors are just opening up their wallets.
How are your parents dealing with everything that's happening?
They're nervous.
Will they have to go underground?
They've never been above ground.
But if they're here illegally,
Well, actually, they're not. My parents they haven't broken any criminal laws. They're not illegal. They simply came on a visa and overstayed it.
by
35 years. I know, but overstaying your visa is not a crime. It's a civil offense, punishable by a fine and or deportation. My parents came by plane. That's how the majority of them come. People fly in all over Mexico, Europe, Asia, and they quietly disappear. That they don't need a wall across the border. They need one around LAX and Miami.
if your parents were to need help, I have resources.
After 35 years here, they're very resourceful. My dad's not that worried. He trusts America. Employers take advantage of underpaying him, and he takes advantage of making more than he would in Mexico. They'll find a way to keep taking advantage of each other.
Thank God you were born here.
Maybe born here, but still an outsider.
I know the feeling.
How's that?
A gay American.
Right.
Even worse, a gay Republican.
Well, how does that work, being gay and Republican?
You were for Bernie Sanders, right?
Which made for one hell of a year with my wife.
But then you Sandernistas were told to hold your nose and go vote for Hillary?
Yeah.
That's what it's like to be a gay Republican. Although I think the smell might have been less with us. Gay Republicans are the ones with the most affected, but the more gays that come out as Republican, it'll be harder for them to deny us, especially our super PAC soft money.
And there's nothing they like more than cash.
And not those little $10 Democrat grassroots donations, big fat checks with lots of zeros. Money talks, values walk.
I like being related to you.
So when are you and Deborah going to make me Uncle Robert, huh?
You're starting to sound like my mother. Do you and Brian ever think about having children?
We're not married.
Hey, come on, it's 2016. You don't have to be married to start a family.
It took me long enough to accept being gay, and now all I get asked is, when am I going to get married? Do I want to have children? It's like I'm barely homosexual, and already I'm being asked to become heterosexual again.
A heterosexual homosexual.
It's all very confusing.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
What? Sarah, what happened?
I can't believe Daddy.
What?
Malik cut himself. I don't know what Daddy was thinking. Malik shouldn't be handling Daddy's knives. They're not knives, they're switchblades. If Malik loses a finger, I will never forgive Daddy. What's the score of the Lions game?
Huh?
Not me, Malik. Never mind.
Your family anything like this?
We're actually the quietest Spanish family you'll ever meet. Where's Brian? I thought he'd be here this weekend.
He
With his family?
No, not exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, I miss him.
Yeah, me too.
Huh?
Brian and I are no longer together.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I thought the two of you were really good together.
Yeah, so did I.
Well, when?
Shortly after the election,
What happened?
Donald Trump.
Oh, I don't get it.
I'm a Republican.
He broke up with you because you're a Republican?
He broke up because I'm a gay Republican. He wanted me to go back in the closet.
Pretend you weren't gay.
No, pretend I wasn't Republican.
There's a closet for gay Republicans?
Oh, yeah, and another one for Republican gays. You think it's hard being gay in the Republican Party? Try being a Republican in the gay world. When we'd get together with our Democrat gay friends, which was pretty much most of our friends, my Republicanism was always a source of tension. Then after the election, it was like I was some LGBT Benedict Arnold. Brian and I were no longer welcome at the familiar gatherings. Cast out again. Story of my life.
You think it was worth losing a relationship over?
It was hard enough to come out of one closet. I wasn't about to go back into another one.
And you and Brian were together for
8 years. My longest relationship.
the entire Obama presidency.
Oh my God.
What?
I was tolerated as long as there was a Democrat in the Oval Office. Damn.
Can I tell you a secret?
Oh, I'm not sure I'm the best person. A couple of drinks in me and
I need someone to talk to, confide in.
you're not having an affair, are you?
No.
Is Deborah?
Well, not unless you count elect Hillary and the Democrat Party.
We know she can be a little intense.
You think?
We would have told you before, but then we thought you might not marry her.
Oh, I would have. I love her intensity, passion. It's one of the things that drew me to her. She's got more Latin blood in her than my entire family. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure we're going to make it.
I don't know what to say.
I thought when the election was over, we could get back to our lives. For the last year, Deb's worked 24/7 to make it happen for Hillary. Now, for the last 2 weeks, she's been working 24/7 to stop what happened. It never stops. She goes to the protests, marches. Now she's calling Electoral College electors to change their vote. Today, Thanksgiving.
Some people will do anything to avoid watching the Detroit Lions.
Well, I'm all for dissent, protest, march, but I'm afraid something bad is going to happen out there. Something just go boom. There's so much anger going on. Before they were angry. Now we're angry. It just goes on and on. When does it end?
I think it's only just begun. I think it's only just begun.
Now she wants me to go to the Women's March in Washington the day after the inaugural. I'm not meant to be this full-time, part-time activist. I go to the rallies, but I don't want to be there. I come home from work and all I want to do is play Assassin's Creed.
Oh, is that the latest one?
October Revolution. It's great. I brought it with me.
Oh, we've got to play.
You're on. I have something else to confess.
You don't think you've confided in me enough already?
She may take this worse.
Then breaking up your marriage, I doubt it.
I didn't vote for Hillary.
You're right. She will take that worse.
I wanted to, but when I got up there to vote, I couldn't do it.
All right, this breaking up the marriage thing, you're going to have to share that with her. But not voting for Hillary, no matter how much guilt you feel, no matter how heavy it gets, you can never release that.
Do you want to know who I voted for?
No, I know too much already. You're going to take that one with you to your grave.
Is everything all right in here?
Sure, what makes you think otherwise? How's Malik?
He'll survive, no thanks to Daddy. I've got some good news. We've just identified another Republican elector who's thinking of becoming faithless.
Oh, a faithless Republican. I didn't even know they existed.
From Utah, a Mormon.
That explains everything.
I told you, he can be stopped, one elector at a time.
Stop.
What?
Stop. It's Thanksgiving. I've had it. Enough. She lost. I'm sorry, but it's over.
It's not over, not by a long shot.
It's over, Deborah. I wanted her to win too, but not for America. For you. I knew how much it meant to you, but it wasn't meant to be. Hillary's accepted it. She's going for walks in the woods. Why can't you?
This is where I make myself scarce.
Don't leave.
Tell the others I'm downstairs suffering with the lions.
That was uncalled for. Yes? Spit it out. I can take it. I'm a big girl.
I didn't vote for Hillary.
What?
You heard me. I didn't vote for Hillary.
What are you talking about?
I didn't vote for her.
But you were at the rallies, volunteering, making phone calls, canvassing.
I know. That was the plan. But when I got into the voting booth, I couldn't do it.
You bastard! Traitor! Sandernistas! I knew we couldn't trust any of you!
Hey, you forget, it was my candidate who got royally screwed in all of this.
Who still instructed you to vote for Hillary?
She won our state. My vote didn't matter.
It matters to me. How could you have been so unfaithful?
Deborah, I didn't cheat on you. It was a presidential vote, not a marriage.
Worse.
And who's the one trying to turn people unfaithful?
Faithless, not unfaithful.
Well, excuse me for missing the difference. I'm sorry. I knew it would hurt you.
Then you should have never told me.
Robert told me not to tell you. I should have listened to him.
Robert knows? My own Fox News cult following brother knew this before me?
I just couldn't hold it in any longer.
Well, you should have just held it in.
Deb, please.
Don't touch me. I am never going to forgive you for this.
Do you want to know who I voted for?
No. Yes. No. Yeah. Oh. Do not tell me you voted for one of those third-party candidates who had no chance of winning.
Gates.
Gates? Gates who?
Bill Gates. I wrote in Bill Gates' name.
Are you crazy? He wasn't even running. Why would you vote for Bill Gates?
Man spent the first half of his life becoming the richest person in the world. Now he's spending the second half giving most of it away. You wouldn't want that as a president?
He doesn't want the job.
Which might be the best reason to have him.
You threw away your vote.
I did not throw away my vote. It might be the first time I voted for someone, not against someone. Deborah, I want us to be close again. I have needs, physical needs.
Oh, after you tell me you didn't vote for Hillary, not on your life.
We haven't had sex since before the election.
I have no desire right now.
When you thought Hillary was going to win, you had plenty of desire. I couldn't keep you off me. But since election night, you haven't even wanted to be touched.
You're right. I don't want to be touched, especially after you've screwed my candidate.
You can't let a presidential election kill our sex life.
I can't.
Why not?
Because I have this anger.
That's okay. I can take angry sex.
Very angry sex.
The angrier, the better. You're mad at Republicans? You're mad at conservatives? Take it out on me.
It's not just Republicans or conservatives.
Well, who then?
Men. I'm mad at men. Men who voted for him. Men who didn't vote for her.
Deborah, you can't be mad at half the human race.
I'm not the only woman who feels this way. Plenty of women I work with feel the same way. They don't want anything to do with sex right now.
Then when?
I don't know.
Deborah, we don't have another presidential election until 2020.
Boy, you should have thought of that before you voted for Mr. Microsoft.
Deborah, I want to start a family.
I am not bringing some child into this country when they just elected this pathologically lying, psychotic, narcissistic as president.
Your candidate's husband, the former Democratic president, Slick Willie, was filleted in the Oval Office. That's like the Pope getting blow under the Sistine Chapel. But did the comeback kids stop Republicans from having sex or making babies? No. They probably went at it like rabbits to make a whole new generation of conservatives who, with their very first vote, might very well have made the difference 2 weeks ago.
I'm not having a baby to win an election in 20 years, especially when they're about to steal the Supreme Court for the next 30.
Stop.
Women are going to be forced to have children conceived out of rape or incest, and you want to talk about babies.
Yes.
The LGBTQ's rights are going to be forced back in the closet. Blacks are going to have to walk around with their hands in the air 24/7. For the first time in American history, we're going to be taking away rights, not expanding them. This is so much bigger than our selfish need to have a baby.
It's not selfish. It's the one thing that might get us through all of this. Gives us some hope, something to fight for. You want to get them? We've got to out-multiply them.
I can sign a hell of a lot more people up to vote than any children I can create.
If you don't want to have a baby with me, just say it, Deborah.
Not now. Just not now.
When? December 19th? Electoral College voting day? And if that fails, then what? Midterm elections 2018? Or back to 2020 and the presidential wars? The campaign that never ends is a life that never begins.
I can't. I just can't.
Then we have some serious problems.
When we first met, I let you know the things that drove me. I was completely upfront.
Deborah, I can't keep doing this. It's too much. I want a life.
Do we have to do it now? This weekend? This is a very busy time.
You're always busy. I can never get you to stand still.
I have to take this. Hello? Yeah. Where? From Idaho. That's good. A red state.
Deborah, we were talking.
Yes. She's what? Just 19 years old. She's voted once in her life and she's now an elector in the Electoral College. How does that happen?
Am I the only one whose wife works with Planned Parenthood who doesn't plan to be a parent?
She's thinking of voting for who? Paul Ryan? That Boy Scout?
Deborah, we were talking. Hang up.
Let me call you back. You did not have to do that.
You're risking our marriage for Paul Ryan.
I don't want Paul Ryan, but if voting for some supply side cheesehead from Wisconsin can stop this Manhattan Machiavelli, then Paul Ryan it'll have to be.
You got it all wrong. Paul Ryan's the last one you'd want.
You've got a better choice? What? What?
No. You're getting me back into it.
Oh, stop. You never left it. You're just as much a political junkie as any of us.
What the hell? Paul Ryan's an ideologue. Nothing more dangerous than ideologues. They actually believe all the nonsense they preach. They're incapable of betrayal, compromise. But Mr. You're fired. He'd no sooner stab his own children in the back than lose face. This president-elect may be a lot of things, but one thing he's not is an ideologue. His latest position on an issue depends on the last person he was speaking to in the room. You're all ignoring his most essential need that is evidently not being fulfilled by even that Slovenian Stepford wife of his.
And what's that?
Acceptance. He wants to be accepted.
Accepted? 60 million votes. You don't think he feels accepted?
No, it'll never be enough for him.
All those arenas filled with his MAGA groupies?
No, he needs more. Men like him always need more. Empty men, scarred men. His own hometown hates him. The boy from Queens was never good enough for the Manhattan elite. He can't build enough skyscrapers and monuments to satisfy them. He'll never be part of the club. Or their club, the In Club. He is the ultimate outsider. No matter what he does, even winning the presidency, it'll never be enough. He'll always be the not good enough boy from Queens. You wonder how he got 60 million votes? They weren't just Republicans. They were 60 million fellow outsiders. All those people in America who felt left out, excluded, never part of the in crowd. He's them. They're him, the out crowd. And now they're finally in.
Oh my God, we're all still back in high school.
Rather than attacking him, you should be appealing to this man's emotional emptiness. Inside that man's soul, barren. A big black dry hole that just wants to be filled. He's the biggest opportunity staring you right in the face, and you can't even see it.
What are you talking about?
Nothing he does can make him feel he belongs, except maybe
Yes.
doing the right thing.
He's not capable of doing the right thing.
Unless that right thing is the thing that will fill that hungry, empty heart of his.
How do you propose that?
He thinks he's done this all on his own. He doesn't owe anything to anyone, especially to his own party. Hell, they probably hate him worse than even we do. And don't think he doesn't know it, still fighting for acceptance. Your mission is to get him to want us, not them.
Turn Donald Trump into a Democrat?
Well, he was a Democrat not so long ago. What is the Democratic Party but a party of outsiders? Blacks, gays, Hispanics, disabled. You'll fit right in.
And surrender all our values to him?
Not surrender. Seduce. Seduce him.
Seduce Donald Trump? Are you crazy?
Seduce him into doing the right thing. Make doing the right thing the thing that will finally gain him acceptance. Make him want us to want him. Out Machiavelli, the Manhattan Machiavelli.
It's too creepy.
Fill that hole in his heart, that Ku Klux Klan father of his Fred and that Titanic iceberg of a Mother Mary never took care of. He just wants to be loved.
I will never give my love to Donald Trump.
It's not for him, it's for America, the America you want us to be.
It feels so perverted.
It's not perverted. It's politics. And you can start to practice on me, one of the enemy.
You're not the enemy.
Keep telling yourself that.
Please, we can't do this right now.
Tell me you haven't missed this.
Sort of, but
Yes,
Thanksgiving dinner is almost ready.
I can be fast.
Don't remind me. That feels nice. But I'm so angry.
Let it go, sweetheart. People hold this much anger in and they end up with cancer.
I feel like I'm gonna explode.
Let's both explode.
It feels like I'm cheating
Cheating with your husband?
with any of you.
We can just start off with a massage and see where it goes.
No promises.
No promises. Oof, you are so tense. Let me release your tension.
And my anger.
All of it.
Where?
Upstairs. Your old bedroom.
You want to have sex in my childhood bedroom? I've never done that.
Sarah's never going to forgive me for this.
It wasn't your fault. It was me. I took my eye off.
We should have gone with the electric carver.
I might be missing a whole finger at that point.
I remember this one summer when I was young. I worked in construction. Unbelievable. Guys missing fingers, pinkies, indexes, toes. No big thing to them. They'd compare their missing digits like it was a badge of honor.
What kind of man could be proud of a missing pinky?
Guarantee you Hillary did not get that vote. That was the summer I decided I needed to make my living with my head, not my hands.
Same thing here. One summer spent in a factory and I knew I had to stay in college.
My brother worked in a factory all his life. There wasn't a day gone by that he didn't complain about working in a factory. Then when they finally closed his factory, all we could talk about was how good the factory life was. He didn't miss the factory. He missed having a job. People just want jobs. Good, pay the bills jobs.
Hey.
Oh, hey. How's the game?
Oh, they've returned to historical form.
How did I know that?
Third quarter, tie, 10-10. Vikings kicked a field goal. It's all over.
How can you say that? It's tied.
These are the Detroit Lions we're talking about.
So they don't have any chance.
About as much as Hillary has of winning the Electoral College.
Oh, don't do that. Your mother will blame me for that. What was that?
What?
That, from above, directly above.
Deborah's old bedroom?
Where's Deborah?
She was with Hector last time I saw.
Is that Deborah and Hector up there? Are they doing what I think they're doing?
Loosen up, Dad. They're married.
I don't care if they're married. I do not like the idea of my children having sex in my house.
It's her bedroom.
Her childhood bedroom. God, is nothing sacred?
Well, it sounds like things may be back on between them.
What?
Let Hector tell you about it.
Hector sounds indisposed right now. What's back on?
Hector has been thinking of leaving Deborah.
Oh no. He can't do that. We can't let that happen.
Well, it might be out of our control.
Then we have to get control of it. They break up, she could move back in here.
Maybe temporarily.
Even temporarily. 2 old Republican parents and a liberal burn-the-bra Democrat daughter who just lost the election? Shish, forget that. We'd never survive. Now that's exactly why I don't want my children to have sex in my house.
I suspected Hector was good, Latin and everything, but I had no idea.
Stop! I do not need these images in my head.
My parents feel the same way.
Don't think you and Sarah...
No, sir. Your house, your rules. I'll sleep on the couch if you like.
What the hell are these?
Well, you weren't supposed to see those.
You put Donald Trump in my childhood bedroom?
He was under the bed.
Even worse!
What were you doing under the bed?
We know what you were doing on top of the bed.
No, you don't. FYI, my husband was giving me a massage.
Oh, really? I never heard a massage that good. Hector, are you available without appointment?
So, Hector, if Hector was giving you a massage, how did you find them?
One of my earrings fell off the bed and I went to get it and there they were in plain sight.
They were not in plain sight. They were under the bed. An hour ago, they were on the front lawn, but your mother insisted I take them off in the spirit of being a good winner.
You haven't won anything. It is not over.
It's over, Deborah. She lost.
She did not lose. She won the popular vote. Hillary got the most votes.
Yeah, that's sort of like winning the most, scoring the most runs in the World Series. But unfortunately, the other team won 4 games.
I knew it was only a matter of time before you'd show your true colors.
Arthur?
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
Why do you say that?
She used my full name. Arthur! She only uses my full name when I'm in trouble. Otherwise, it's sweetheart, honey, dear, Art, or Artie.
Arthur?
I've been hearing it all my life. My mother did the same thing. Wish me luck, gentlemen.
While you're at it, you can trash these.
I'm not trashing anything.
Oh, then I will.
What the hell are you doing? Stop! Stop!
This is what I think of your president-elect.
3 of those signs were Merle and Fred's.
Oh, I'll be glad to return them if you want.
You need help, Deborah. Serious help. You should be ashamed.
Arthur!
Now that I think about it, my mother and Sarah do the same thing.
What?
Use my full name when I'm in trouble. Malik! Not Mal or Mali. Malik!
Deborah does the same thing to me.
I do not.
Yes, yes, you do. Just like my mother. Hector!
Is this something you're taught, like in an early age?
I am not in the mood. Can we go back upstairs? I need to lie down.
Finish what you started?
Oh, bug off, Robert.
Good to be home with you too, sis. My compliments to you. That bit about the massage, fast thinking on your feet. Or your back.
Are you coming?
I said in a minute.
I think she needs to up her medication.
I think I'm going to need some pretty soon.
This whole country should be on medication.
I thought most of us already were.
Shall we go catch the end of the game, Lions game?
I think I'm going to spare myself the misery.
Hector!
That's the voice.
That's the voice.
Good luck. Oh, who's this? Oh, him again.
Oh,
Trump.
you have a direct line with Donald Trump?
Sort of. He's tweeting. Again.
You're a...
Follower. He never stops. God only knows how he's going to run this country in between tweets.
We're ready to start dinner. We can all assemble into the dining room. What happened here?
Your older daughter had a meltdown.
Did you find those old signs? I thought you hid them.
I did. Under the bed, like you said.
Then how did she...
You don't want to know.
God, and we haven't even had dinner yet.
Oh. Hello? Oh, hey, Jim. Happy Thanksgiving to you. What? No. When? Okay. I can be there in 15 minutes. Right.
Oh, what's wrong, dear?
I've got to go over to the school.
We were just about to sit down for dinner.
I'm sorry. Start without me.
You can't wait?
No.
Then we'll wait.
No. Go ahead, please. Start without me. Just leave me some dark meat.
I can't promise that.
I vote we wait.
No. You heard the commander-in-chief. Time for dinner. Eat up. I'm sorry, sweetheart.
Back as fast as you can. Will someone please get Debbie and Hector?
Oh, I can.
Oh, no, let me do that.
Word. Look at all those. You know, I told your father to get rid of those damn signs.
Act 2, Scene 1. After Thanksgiving dinner, living room. Deborah by herself paces cell phone in hand.
Okay, this elector. What's his name? Joseph. We know Joseph's open to switching. He what? Drives part-time for Uber? And he's a college student? How does a part-time Uber driving college student become one of the only 538 people choosing the most powerful leader on planet Earth? Really? Does anyone know this? Can you text me his number? Do you know if he's home? I know it's Thanksgiving. He'll be honored that I called him on this day. That we regard his role as this important. Okay, got it. Thanks. I'll call you later. You too. Hello? Is this Joseph? Hi, happy Thanksgiving. My name is Deborah, and you're being an elector at the Electoral College. I was calling on behalf of the sons and daughters of Alexander Hamilton. Never heard of us? Oh, well, we're sort of new. I am calling you. What? Did I what? See Hamilton? The musical? Who can't even get tickets? Oh my God, you saw Hamilton? Oh, now I'm jealous. Really that good? Well, I can't wait to see it. My husband downloaded the score. Plays it morning, noon, and night. Hip hop and the founding fathers. Who would have thought? So, Joseph, you know why I'm calling. Yes, I know what day it is. But as you know, this is a very important and the clock is ticking. 5 minutes? That's all I need. Say that again. You've received how many letters? 10,000. My word. And what? Death threats. Well, now that's completely unacceptable. Are you okay? That's good to hear. So, as you may be aware, you are one of the 538 most important people in America at this pivotal moment in our nation's history. Now, we have heard that you're having second thoughts about your vote on December 19th. Oh, you posted it on Facebook. Do I use Facebook? Yeah, here and there. So you're definitely someone we want to speak to. I hear you're in college. Oh, grad school. Great. In computer science. Good for you. So think of yourself as the last firewall for our democracy. Yes, I know we're not actually a democracy, a republic. And that's where you come in. A registered Republican safeguarding our great republic. What? Your state has a law about breaking your pledge to vote for the winner. May I remind you, the Electoral College is under federal jurisdiction. You are protected by no less than the U.S. Constitution. Yes, I know they call it faithless electors, a complete misnomer. If anything, voting your conscience may be the most faithful patriotic act you can ever do. What's that? A penalty if your state were to switch. $1,000. Well, that's just to intimidate you, Joseph. You'll never have to pay it. Oh, would we pay your fine if it came to it? I'd have to check on that. Here's what I can tell you. In all of American history, there has never been an elector who has ever been persecuted or fined for voting for someone other than who they were originally pledged to. You took an oath of God. Oh, yes, I agree. Oaths are very important to keep, especially to our Almighty. But let me ask you, who do you think God would want you to vote for? May I can be completely frank? I myself voted for Hillary. No, please don't hang up. Well, I'm not asking you to vote for Hillary. Oh, yes, I very much liked Bernie. Personally, I would have loved it if Hillary had picked Bernie to be her running mate, but she didn't. So we're left with this man from the dark side. What? Oh, am I a Star Wars fan? Who is it? Rogue One, the new one. Can't wait to see it. So, Joseph, from one Jedi to another, the bottom line is if you stand up and vote your conscience on December 19th, you can prevent this Darth Vader from riding into his Darth Star into Washington, D.C. this January. Oh, no, as I said, I'm not asking you to vote for Hillary. We're asking you to consider uniting behind a third candidate. Yes, a Republican. You were originally for Rubio, a Latino JFK, the Republican Hillary feared most. It just wasn't his time. He's still young. Who? Yes, great choice. Colin Powell. Now there's someone who the country could rally behind. A Republican who's voted for a Democrat the last 3 elections. What do you call that? A Republicrat. I like that. So as you see, Joseph, you do have options. We're not recommending who you vote for, just not who to vote for. What's that? Couldn't have said it better myself. Country first, party second. Although I can tell you that if any of your Republican alternatives don't measure up, I can personally assure you that you would not regret Hillary as a fallback candidate. Oh, my 5 minutes are up. My God, that went so fast. Well, I thank you for your time. Please enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner with your family. Oh, you're alone today? Oh, well, Joseph, I'd invite you over, but we're back in Michigan. Jackson, Michigan. Sometimes referred to as the birthplace of the Republican Party. Yes, we're a red state now too. Red, blue, in the end, we're all just Americans. You're driving tonight. Uber on Thanksgiving night. Where will it all stop? Oh, thank you, Joseph. Don't do it for me. Do it for Alexander Hamilton. Make Alexander proud. Yes, don't throw away your shot. Nice speaking to you. Happy Thanksgiving.
What was that?
What?
From one Jedi to another.
Okay.
You hate Star Wars, and you detest Bernie Sanders.
He's going to switch. I can feel it. It's not over.
No, but it is. It's over. Over for me. I'm through.
Okay, no more calls today. Just pumpkin pie and whipped cream.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I am so full.
It wasn't too dry.
Mother, don't listen to anyone else. It was great. All of it.
I'll second that.
Very good, Mom. Even the white meat.
Liar.
Hello?
Oh, great. Your father's back. In here, dear.
You missed a great dinner, Dad.
I saved you a plate with dark meat.
I wanted it, but Mom said no, it was yours.
I'm not that hungry.
You were long.
I'm sorry.
Did you hear? The Lions won.
No.
Swear to God, you weren't listening?
No, I got busy.
They were down by 3 with 3 minutes to go. The Vikings had the ball. I thought it was over, but then they got it back, drove down the field, kicked a field goal to tie it. Then on the next series, intercepted Bradford with 30 seconds to go, went down again, kicked another field goal with no time left on the clock to win it all. Our Lions. I knew they could do it. Well, don't do cartwheels all at once.
Dad, are you all right?
Arthur, what's the matter? What happened?
At the school. It was vandalized.
Well, that's happened before.
Spray painted.
That too.
Not with swastikas.
No.
It's begun right here in Jackson.
We'll wash it off, make it like it was never there before.
Mother.
What?
2 ropes, nooses, hanging from some trees by the front door.
See what your votes got us?
Not now, Deborah.
Then when? When does all the hate stop? How many centuries will it take?
Sweetheart, your father is upset. Maybe you forget it is his school? Do they have any idea who?
Students.
Well, how do they know that?
School security cameras. You know, the security cameras we never needed when we were in school. We now have more security cameras at our school than a bank.
Dad, you can't let a couple of bad eggs spoil.
Those bad eggs were 3 of my students. 11th graders.
You can't blame yourself, dear.
They sit in the front rows. Always polite. Good kids.
I don't think so, Dad.
I thought I knew these boys.
How could you have voted with these people?
What people is that, Deborah?
The same ones who turned this state red and are raising these neo-Nazis and KKKers.
Deborah, you apologize to your father right now.
Me apologize? You were ready to wash it off, Mother. Pretend like it never happened. It happened, Mother, in the town I grew up in. You wonder why I left here.
Now, you don't talk to your mother that way.
Great party you're all a part of. KKK 11th graders.
Look who's talking, Miss PC Police.
Muslim Mexican bashers.
Open border doormats.
Self-entitled country clubbers.
Income redistributing thieves.
Union busting governors.
Blue state know-it-alls.
Red state gerrymanderers.
Bleeding heart toadies.
Gun crazy Bible thumpers.
Would anybody like some pumpkin pie? Thank you. Who would like some of my special homemade pumpkin pie?
That was fun. I like that. Can we do more of that?
No more. Now, let us observe our pledge to not talk politics today, as we have so faithfully been not observing. Or none of you are getting my pumpkin pie. Is that understood? Good. Now, who would like ice cream with their pie?
Act 2, Scene 2, Thanksgiving dessert. Living room, a short while later, all are gathered around with forks, plates, and pie.
This is really good pie. I think it's the best pie I've ever had.
Homemade versus store-bought.
You need to get the recipe for this.
She won't give it. Trade secret keeps us coming back every year, right, Mom?
You can do what it takes.
What do you think of our Lions? In first place, we're going to win the Super Bowl.
But you said the Lions were.
Oh no, this is our year. I can feel it. I never stopped believing.
Football.
Getting ready for ice fishing season, Dad?
Oh, yeah. Best part of my winter.
That would be nice. Lots of memories there.
You still get snow here with that global warming.
Deborah, don't. Please. I want another piece of this pie.
Yeah, you get to go golf much this past summer?
Not a single round.
Really? You used to love it.
Your father's thinking of giving up golf.
No.
I just came to the realization that if Tiger Woods can never be satisfied with his golf game, what am I doing out there?
Oh God, I can't take it.
What's that, dear?
All this Midwestern silence. We have to be able to talk politics.
But it gets you all crazy.
Hell, it's all politics. Life, work, love, marriage.
Oh, I'll second that, especially the marriage part.
You don't want us to talk politics, dear, but all these political issues, they're all personal issues affecting everyone. Healthcare, Social Security, tax reform, gay rights, the air we breathe, the water we drink. Everyone says they hate politics, don't want to talk politics, and all we do is talk politics. Listen to politics, watch politics. It's all politics.
Okay, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Everything feels so broken. The whole country, nothing seems to work anymore.
Personally, I'm amazed that so much out there works.
How can you say that?
Planes rarely crash. Nuclear power plants don't turn us into microwave appliances. Traffic lights, fire alarms, 911, energy and power grids crisscrossing, food production, water treatment plants, bridges, tunnels. Those billions and billions and billions of working, moving parts that somehow still keep humming. I'm in awe that we're not one big erector set crashing down on ourselves all the time. So much to manage, coordinate, synchronize. But somehow we keep it all going. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but still forward. We're not broken. Challenged maybe, but jammed up, blocked, but not broken.
Sweetheart, do you really think one man can come along and upset All of that? I must say, I do wonder what it would have been like if a woman was running this country.
You ask that now, Mother, now.
Oh, I would like to see a woman president. I just didn't want to see this woman.
Oh,
Hey, I voted for Obama the first time. You know that. I wanted change. He promised change, but nothing seemed to have really changed. In fact, things seemed worse.
oh, and you think some old white man who likes to play golf is going to change things?
You have no one to blame but yourselves.
Blame ourselves.
She lost her own female vote. That's what beat her.
White female vote. The sisters and brothers, they had her back.
He's right. It was us, women, white women. They're worse than the white men.
Soccer moms. Suburban soccer moms. I hate them.
You thought when a black president got elected, next up would be a woman president. Only thing is, you forgot to tell the women.
When it came down to what we wanted our country to be, we're still a fatherland.
Oh, maybe out there, but not in this house. Isn't that right, dear?
Right as rain, my love. And here it is a motherland. I may wear the pants in this family, but
Mom
Mom
tells
you which ones to wear.
And that's only because you're colorblind, dear.
you keep telling yourself that, dear.
Dad, how can you not see through all of this? All of these people following him. You're not one of them. You're a teacher, educated, a thoughtful man.
You think my education should preclude me from aligning with these people, whoever these people are, who are a whole lot more complicated than your mainstream media gives them credit for? We know how your people refer to them. Morons, rednecks, rubes. You don't want this so-called bully in the White House, but you have no problem bullying and condemning his followers and demeaning their intellect for voting the way that they did, because you think that anyone who votes against who you didn't vote for,
Deaf, dumb, and blind?
and you see, it's that attitude that has gotten you this president-elect.
I'm sorry, but this whole nation is becoming unbelievably stupid.
Oh boy, here we go. Fasten your seatbelts. Anyone want more pie? It's over there. Help yourselves.
You know, call them many things, but do not call them stupid. Ignorant maybe, but not stupid.
Stupid, ignorant, whatever.
No, not whatever. That's one of the things I hate about your generation, this casual use of the word whatever, as if it's not worth your intellectual capital or time to respond to rebut, to go deeper. There are smart people out there and not so smart people, but 60 million stupid people? I don't think so. The voters are smarter than you think. These people had reasons for voting the way they did. You just presume that when we vote for someone other than who you want us to vote for, that we're voting against you, as if we're trying to hurt you. You know, talk about self-importance. And when we vote, we're not trying to hurt you. We're not even thinking about you. We're voting for ourselves, our needs, our families.
Okay, not stupid, ignorant.
If there's anyone to blame for the current intellectual state of this country, it's you people.
My people?
Yes, you and your liberal progressives who have dumbed down this entire country.
What?
You heard me. All your educational progressives from America's enlightened age or liberal 60s who decided that there was a better way to teach children, develop children. Let's make the center of teaching the child. Huh? Focus on the child. Child-centered education. Facts, history, knowledge, secondary. Let's not teach them. Let's not lead them. Let's let them lead themselves, huh? teach themselves, guide themselves, find their own way. So we're no longer teachers. We're facilitators. And what do we have after all these decades of progressive pablum? A nation of people who can certainly think for themselves. Listen to all the talk radio shows, all the people calling in. Everybody's got an opinion, and everyone thinks that he's an expert. But ask people what the first 10 amendments to the Constitution are called? Not one clue. Test surveys show over half of high school seniors cannot name 3 branches of the government. And 1/3 can't even name the current vice president. More than half thought Germany, Japan, and Italy were U.S. allies during World War II. And God forbid we ever start to impose a citizenship test for everyone.
The only ones passing will be the immigrants.
Sure, you got that right.
Would anyone like some tea, coffee, something to change the subject?
No caffeine, Mother. Last thing we want right now.
We are supposed to be the greatest country in the world, but our education system is a disgrace. I can't believe some of the students I get in my classroom. If I could, I'd fail half of them all the way back to the 5th grade. But no, we can't fail them. We can't hold them back. We can't hold the child accountable. We can't discourage the child. We have to protect their self-esteem. I have worked and fought alongside your people with all my life. And don't think it hasn't been easy. I have had to become my own master of politics, academic politics. And now this Common Core, good God. Who are these people? They get into education, and to justify having a job, they think the only thing that they can do is to change things. Take a 9th grade high school test from the 1930s today, and not 5 out of 100 kids could pass it. But past generations could.
They don't call that the greatest generation for nothing.
Why didn't everyone go to college back then? Huh? Because a high school education was a college education. It built America. The dams, the bridges, the highways, got us through the Great Depression, defeated the most evil man in history, went to the moon. But no, it wasn't good enough. They had to change the way the people were learning. When you ask, how could an educated person vote for this president-elect? Ask yourself, why would a lowly educated person vote for some superior-minded Democrat? When you're out there marching in the streets and chanting, "Not my president," that's not just against the president-elect. That's against the 60 million plus Americans who voted for him. When you refuse to recognize him, you refuse to recognize them.
Oh, I recognize them. They may be the biggest problem of all. 60 million sheep.
Oh, stop. You think your vote is more credible than ours, has more value than all those people out there who, feeling forgotten for so long, finally rose up and said, "My vote counts." You know, I'm sorry, my dear, but you're now standing in a red state.
And don't think I'm not ashamed of it.
I also have a lovely crumb cake if anyone is interested in trying that.
You're ashamed. But you grew up with these people, these God-fearing people, and because they happen to vote for someone you detest does not make them bad people. They are hardworking, good people doing the best they can to put food on their table, a roof over their head, and provide for the people they love. You wonder why there's There's so much contempt and rage out there against you people. When you openly mock and deride those you oppose, you treat them as beneath you. And what good have you achieved? Because that's the question I wake up every day and ask myself. What good can I do today?
Oh, I think that's you, dear. Thank you, whoever that is.
Hello? Oh, hey, Merle. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you and Miriam. And what? Really? Your Trump signs are missing. Oh, and Fred's too. What? Mine too. Hold on there. Well, I'll be damned. Oh, mine are gone too. You want to do what? Report it to the police? Are you sure about that? Well, it's Thanksgiving, Merle. Sure, our guy won. And that's the important part, right? That's it. Let bygones be bygones. Make America great again. Hooah!
I voted for him.
What?
I voted for him.
Stop putting us on, Malik. It's not the time.
I'm not putting anyone on. I voted for Mr. Twitter.
This gives a whole new definition to sleeping with the enemy.
Good God, I am divorcing this family. Legally, permanently divorcing this whole family.
You were supposed to vote for Hillary. You know, the Democrat?
I split my ticket.
Democrats don't split tickets. That's for independents and Republicans.
But I'm not really a Democrat.
Well, you're certainly not a Republican.
Donald Trump is everything America has been waiting on.
Oh my God, I'm having your child?
What did you say, dear?
Dear,
Do you have something to tell us, to announce?
Is our little baby having a baby?
We're having a future lefty.
Oh, wow!
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, Christmas has come early. Oh, we're going to be grandparents, Bev. Yes.
So
Thank-
exciting.
thank you. Thank you all. Now, back to the subject at hand. Bernie asked us to vote for Hillary. I voted for her. Hector voted for her.
Actually, no.
What do you mean, no?
I didn't vote for Hillary.
I thought we were all supposed to hold our noses and vote for Hillary.
Right, I did hold my nose, but I couldn't get rid of the stink.
I love this. No wonder you people didn't win.
Don't tell me he voted for Trump, too.
Oh, no. He voted for Bill Gates.
Bill Gates? The Bill Gates?
Yep,
I didn't even know he was on the ballot.
he wasn't.
He should have been.
Donald Trump is going to be the best thing that ever happened to America. And think about it. This man has the potential. If he can stay true to his bomb throwing, social media, middle of the night tweeting self to blow it all up.
You mean the Republican Party?
The Republican Party and the Democrats. We're just two sides of the same coin. They cater and crater to their own establishments. Think tank intellectuals, Wall Street cronies, corporate lobbyists, mega donors, super PACs. We just keep flip-flopping back and forth between them every 8 years. We bitch and moan how they always break their promises, and then every 4 years, we swallow all the new mud they shovel at us, go vote for them, and then act shocked and betrayed when they disappoint us to the umpteenth time. Don't you see? Donald Trump is America.
Oh, not my America.
Oh, yes, your America and mine. The America nobody wants to see or pretend exists. He's pulling back the curtain. Greedy, ignorant, racist, two-faced,
Don't forget sexist.
sexist, hustling, conning, lying, cheating, bullying America. The America that stole this land from its rightful native inhabitants.
Are we never going to be off the hook for that?
Not until you give back all the land you stole.
Doubt that's going to happen.
Then keep planning on hearing it. And also about the America that kidnapped, brought, and enslaved thousands to work for nothing.
That was 150 years ago.
I'm sorry. There's no statute of limitations on that. What has it all been for? Destroy people, a race. For what? More toys? More trinkets? More gold? More. Money. But are we happy? Not even close. Half of this country is in therapy for 12-step program, while the other half is left scraping for leftovers. Donald Trump is America's perfect storm. Blow it up, Mr. President-elect. Blow it all up. Get to change what we really need. America's second revolution.
Please tell me, Malik, that you're not on that social media thing with this.
After we elected Obama, we told ourselves that America had advanced, evolved, transformed. We had reached the mountaintop. But it didn't take long to find out that we were still in the same bigoted, exclusionary, have not, us versus them, divide and conquer nation we've always been. On this Thanksgiving of all Thanksgiving, we should give thanks. The reality television president has brought us back to reality. We have been living through decades, no, centuries of denial of who we really are. What are we really? You want to get rid of this ugliness out there? First, you need to expose it. No more letting it hide in the shadows. Donald Trump is us. We are him. Don't you see it? He is our creation. We've elected Gordon Gekko president. Greed is good. Greed is America, a machine that needs to be destroyed.
What machine is that, Malik?
It's the money machine, the capitalist American money machine that crushes anything and everything that gets in its way to profit, power, and patriarchy.
Oh, I like that. All those P's. Was that intentional?
No, it just came out that way.
I'm not going to work tonight.
Sweetheart,
No, to hell with it. It's Thanksgiving. Screw Jerry and the happy hairdresser.
well, he could let you go,
I dare him.
but your insurance,
I'll get other insurance.
well, it might not be that easy with,
You know, there's nothing Jerry or Donald Trump can do to me that's worse than what I endured on that operating table. Down with Jerry and his money machine.
My God. My white bread Republican mama is turning into a revolutionary.
I'm no revolutionary. I'm just pent up, pissed off.
Beverly Harmon.
Down with the patriarchy.
Whoa there now. Before you repeal, you need to replace.
You're looking at the replacement.
Could I have some more pie?
Absolutely. Help yourself.
I think I need some too.
You know, since everyone's being so truthful tonight, I have a confession too. I didn't vote for him.
What?
Trump? I didn't vote for him. I voted for her.
Oh, mother, I love you after all.
So fast, dear.
But you just said you voted for her.
The other her. You know, that nice green candidate lady. Jill, what's her name?
Stein? Jill Stein?
Yeah, that's her.
You voted for a candidate who got 0.5% of the vote?
Did you see her? She has the nicest white hair. She doesn't color it. She leaves it white. I, a hairdresser who colors women's hair all day long to hide who they really are or are becoming, I thought I can trust this woman who doesn't color her hair.
Mother, you don't pick the president of the United States based on whether they color their hair or not.
Why not? Why not? Have you ever seen a man of Donald Trump's age with shimmering gold hair like he has? Women maybe, but not men.
Mother, Jill Stein had no chance of winning.
I don't vote to be just with winners.
I can't believe it.
What, dear?
You canceled out my vote.
I didn't cancel your vote. Your vote got counted just like everyone else.
You canceled out my vote. Have you done this before?
Do we really have to talk about this now, dear?
You've done this before. My God. I'm married to a stranger, a complete stranger.
I didn't vote for Trump either.
Oh my God, I think I'm losing my mind.
Had nothing to do with his hair color, though. That is, if it even is his hair.
With all of your Facebook posts supporting him, how could you not vote for him?
Going to the polls that morning, I realized where I lived, my vote wasn't going to make a difference. So I went for the live and let live candidate.
The live and let live candidate?
The libertarian, Gary Johnson.
Oh,
What?
third-party candidates. I hate them. They are completely screwing up democracy.
What the hell happened to this family on election day?
The pollsters were polling the wrong people. They should have been polling this family.
What I can't figure out is for 42% of the eligible population didn't vote. But everyone I know votes. So who are these 42%? Where are they?
The greatest democracy on earth has a voter turnout lower than Kazakhstan.
Australia fines their people if they don't vote.
Personally, I think you should have to pass a test to be able to vote. So many people voting have no idea what's really going on.
Mother, you voted for a candidate based on her hair color.
Because none of the others gave me anything but cliches and recycled slogans. You know, if you girls really want to change things, you should move, and not to Canada.
Oh, and where do you suggest we move to, Mother?
Red states.
Red states.
Take your pick. You got all the South, much nicer winters.
You want me to move with my black husband and soon mixed race baby to the South?
We'll pass on Alabama and Mississippi if you don't mind.
Yeah, I understand. But there are other states out west, Utah, Wyoming, Montana, beautiful country. You brought all your blue state friends from California and New York with you. Those states would have more blue votes than they know what to do with. You could invade all those red states and eventually turn them blue.
Then you wouldn't have to wait for Latinos to always move in and change the demographics.
Oh, see, so much pressure on us Latinos to save the Democratic Party.
Your mother may be onto something. You don't need to grow your base. You don't need to register more voters. You need to disperse.
And have to listen to country music 24 hours a day? No way.
Forget the music. What about the food? Greasy this, greasy that, fried chicken, fried fish, fried steak, fried vegetables, fried shrimp.
Fried tacos.
I love fried tacos.
Fried biscuits, fried gravy.
A heart attack just waiting to happen.
You keep your tofu, your soy, and your sushi. I'll take Kansas City bird hens any day. Good.
Don't forget mesquite smoked Tex brisket, dear.
Oh, you're making my mouth water, gal.
We really do live in two Americas.
Deep fried America versus bean sprouts America.
Urban America versus rural America.
White America versus Black America.
Straight America versus Rainbow America.
Rich America versus poor America.
What do we have in common?
Walmart?
Oh,
You don't like low prices every day?
foreign-made junk.
I wonder what the founding fathers would say to all this.
The founding fathers, hell, they created these 2, 3, 4, 5 Americas we live in today. People talk about these men like they were gods. They weren't gods. Men, just men, deeply flawed, morally compromised men. Libertarians and nation builders and slave owners all wrapped into one. And they didn't just stop at the brothers and sisters, they denied women the right to vote. 1/2 of the population, their own wives and sisters and daughters. For the first 130 years of our land of liberty, half the nation could not vote. And we call Donald Trump a sexist.
It was different times. The times were different.
You don't get a free hallway pass for racism and sexism because you lived in a racist and sexist era. History needs to treat these men for what they were, not keep wrapping them up in some cotton candy mythology about their genius enlightenment. Thomas Jefferson, author of possibly the greatest words ever written, all men are created equal. America's Shakespeare and lifelong slave owner and Sally Hemingway's sugar daddy, he would be glad he's not alive today. He'd have a whole lot of explaining to do. All these founding fathers, Washington, Jefferson, Madison, Hamilton. I don't care how popular the damn musical is. All these gods of democracy didn't believe in democracy. Not one person, one vote. No, they created this where the one who gets the most votes can be the loser. How has that been working out lately?
That was to balance the big states and the small states.
Like hell it was. The Electoral College was created plain and simple to keep the brothers and sisters in chains and the cash flowing for all those so-called freedom lovers. You think it's just coincidence that 5 out of the first 6 presidents all came from old Virginia IA? These outstanding, virtuous icons of liberty, equality, and justice got each of their slaves declared 3/5 of a person so they could swell in their population count to maintain the Electoral College advantage and hold on to their free non-voting labor force. And we're still paying the price today for that little twist of math. When our so-called trusted men in blue shoot an unarmed black man 14 times in the back, that brother is no longer 3/5 of a person. That brother is a fraction. Black Lives Matter. How about math matters? We are 5/5 of a person. We are a whole number. We are whole. Our Constitution was written by men who brought and sold other men and women like they were farm animals, and 200 plus years later, we're supposed to honor and obey these men's words as if they came down from some mountaintop with the golden tablet. Giants and geniuses of their time. Hell, half of them weren't sure any of this would even work more than 30 years, and then the other half were still singing God Save the Queen. And then we're just making it all up as if they went along. See what drops and see what sticks to the wall. Like we're still doing centuries later. We need to stop paying so much deference and allegiance to these slave-owning, female-oppressing, Liberty Bell hypocrites. Take them off the damn Mount Olympus we keep putting them on. Stop treating 1787 as some moment in time to preserve forever and start building an America for the 21st century and beyond. Admitting that those signers and farmers didn't know where they were headed. That America is not so much of a nation as a glorious idea, an ongoing experiment, an imperfect union. Forever united and perpetually divided. Always has been and always will be. Anyone know the score to the Cowboys game?
Malik, I thought you were just a computer programmer.
Oh, he's much more than that, Mother.
I don't think we've heard you speak more in all the time we've known you than today.
Yeah, well, this election is making me a little crazy too.
You should go into politics, dear. I'd vote for you.
You wonder why I fell in love with this man.
Y'all heard that. You're all my witnesses.
That still doesn't let you off the hook for voting for that Twitter freak.
Blow it up, DT. Blow it up. You white Jesus.
What? Did you just say white Jesus?
Don't go there, Malik, please. It's Thanksgiving.
Come on, sweetie. Your dad's a strong man. He can handle the truth.
And a what truth?
The white Jesus lie.
Malik, are you suggesting that Jesus was black?
Black, brown, or a shade in between.
We're all going down now.
You think Jesus was dark-skinned?
Well, Andrew Lloyd Webber, Jesus Christ Superstar, he wasn't.
We should change the subject. Like immediately.
You don't believe in Jesus?
Well, I believe in Jesus, just not your Northern European bearded white boy.
Malik, Thomas Jefferson and the Founding Fathers were fair game, but could you leave Jesus out for today?
Think about it. The man was a Jew from the Mediterranean. How? But he's been made to look like he just stepped out of a British rock band for not some carpenter from the Middle East.
You know, when you come to think about it, he doesn't look that Jewish.
Mom,
I don't mean that in any negative way. It's just I know Jewish people, Jewish men, and it's true. Jesus doesn't really look like him.
Actually, Jesus does look like them, but Europeans had to Photoshop and reproduce the dude into their own white colonialist image before they took him on the road and spread their white superpower chosen people of the world message to justify their pillage and plunder of the lands not originally white.
Could we talk about football? I mean, I don't even like football, but I'd like to talk about that right now.
Oh, go ahead, Malik.
The white Jesus you see up on the altar in church every Sunday would have burned Middle Eastern sun all day before any crucifixion got him. Now, I'm not saying Jesus was a brother, but the man was definitely not vanilla. More like
Mocha Jesus.
Mocha Jesus. Mocha Jesus. I even like the sound of that. I'm not sure we'll see that at Starbucks though. So who wants to see what America's team is doing?
The Cowboys are not America's team. That's the Patriots.
The Patriots? The Patriots are cheaters. Deflategate?
You never heard of the ideal gas law?
Oh, keep your science. They tampered with those footballs.
They played better with the inflated new balls in the second half.
Politics and football can never agree. And I guess now, add Mocha Jesus. I need some football. Gents?
Your husband is a really interesting man.
Thank you.
He still scares me a bit, but very interesting. I should go and clean up in the kitchen.
No, Mother, you've done enough. I'll clean. You just relax.
Are you sure?
I can help.
No, you and Mom take some time together. I'll be fine.
Thank you, dear.
You really voted for Jill Stein?
You should be happy. I didn't vote for him.
If Stein can get those state recounts to knock him out, I may forgive you.
Sweetheart, let it go.
Forgiving you or trying to correct what's happened?
Both.
I can't. This is the time to be vigilant. We are the gatekeepers. The next 4 years are going to be hell, but we can't give in. We have to fight with everything we have.
Deborah, I'm worried about you.
I'll be fine. I've got my medication.
I don't want my daughter to have to medicate herself every time there's a Republican in the Oval Office.
I just feel so powerless, invisible.
You're not invisible.
Who are these men, Mother?
What men, dear?
These men who have such power. How can these men get so much power to make decisions for all of us, decide our lives, change people's lives? People they will never know, never see. It's like they can't see us. What will it take for them to see us?
You know what your problem is? You feel too much. You take everything so personally. You feel for everyone in the world. Empathy is a good thing, but like everything else in moderation, you can't make everyone else's problems your problem.
How do you not?
I feel it, but I don't have time to make this a full-time job. Distract yourself. That's what you need to do. Feel for people, but know how to distract yourself.
How, Mother?
Go shopping.
Oh, stop.
Get your nails done.
I don't have time to get my nails done when so many people's lives are at threat.
Then make time. How do you take care of others if you can't take care of yourself?
I see people suffering and I can't stop thinking about them.
My Debbie, what am I going to do with you? I do admire your empathy, compassion, and passion, but I don't want you to turn out like
Aunt Joan?
one Aunt Joan in a family is enough. All that fury, and what did it get?
I believed in her.
I know.
She was so close. We were so close.
I know.
When, Mother, when? When do we get to be in charge?
I don't know, but I do hope to see it in my lifetime.
I do love this country, Mother, but there is so much good here, but there is also so much hate. And I'm becoming a part of it. I hate the other side, despise them.
You need to focus on the good, dear.
When the suffering and the fear is staring you right in the face.
Do you ever pray, dear?
Mother, you know
You should start every day with the serenity prayer. It makes a difference.
Mother, please.
Don't do that.
What?
Dismiss me as if my believing is not worthy, relevant.
I didn't mean to.
God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change.
That's surrender, Mother, not serenity.
I don't feel like I'm surrendering. Grant me the courage to change the things I can.
Which is what the Electoral College is for.
The wisdom to know the difference.
I know the difference.
Do you? Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time.
Mother, enough.
Accepting hardships as a pathway to peace.
These people don't want peace.
Taking, as he did, the sinful world as it is, not as I would have it.
Stop, Mother, stop. Just words, feel good words.
Just words? I beg your pardon. When I had my operation, wondering if I was going to survive, lost both of my breasts, no longer saw myself as a woman, a complete woman. Those feel-good words got me through it. Words of great, quiet wisdom. Nothing this man from Manhattan can do to you will ever match what I went through on that operating table. This is supposed to be a day of thanks, a day to be grateful. But today, I feel I have failed, not been a good mother. My beautiful daughter seems incapable of feeling the most fundamental emotion that we wanted to instill.
What's that, Mother?
Gratitude.
I feel gratitude.
And show it more often. Never underestimate the power of prayer, my dear. In the end, your electoral college and your voter recounts, prayer might be the only thing left to you, to any of us.
But I don't believe like you.
You don't have to. That's the beauty of it. It's a prayer, just a prayer. Let the words comfort you, nourish you, heal you. You need to help your sister.
I can help too.
No. Stay here, relax. But please, no Facebook.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living. Oh, damn you, Hillary.
Act 2, Scene 3. Thanksgiving evening, living room later. All are gathered, similar to before.
Anybody want anything more? Pie, cake, homemade cookies.
This is what I hate about Thanksgiving. We just keep eating and eating.
It's like food amnesty day to indulge our every guilty pleasure.
You're going to be doing a lot of guilty pleasure eating soon, dear.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Middle of the day cravings, middle of the night raves. I always got so big with each of you like this giant blimp.
You are beautiful.
Your father was so afraid he was losing me, he started sympathy eating.
And after your mother had all of you, she lost the weight, but I just kept getting bigger.
Now, more to love, dear. Oh, can't believe it. We're going to be grandparents.
You know, he
Or she.
or she may not look much like you, us.
Oh, better looking.
You know what I mean.
Don't be too sure of that, sweetie. Your family's got some pretty domineering genes. It might be the odd one out of everyone.
We will love this child no matter how it looks, right, dear?
Absolutely.
I just hope he doesn't have your father's ears.
What's the matter with my ears?
Oh, let's not go there, dear. It's Thanksgiving.
My ears are fine.
Dad, may it have any number of your features, but please not your ears.
What the hell? My hairs never seemed to bother you before.
Because your other outstanding features sufficiently compensated.
Sufficiently. What the hell? Any child would be lucky to have my ears. Malik, tell me the truth. Would you have a problem if your child had my ears? Yeah. You weren't so tongue-tied when you were talking about the founding fathers or blowing up the American money machine. Well, come on, I can take it. We're family.
I'm sorry, sir. This baby can come out French vanilla, but it better not have your ears.
Get out of my house. You can stay. I'll be damned. I like my ears.
As long as you're happy with them, dear, that's what counts.
No matter how this baby looks, even with my ears, we will love it more than anything in this world.
Thanks, Dad. We know that.
I will admit, when you first brought Malik home, caught me off guard. I mean, nothing against you, Malik.
You should have heard my parents. What you going around marrying some white girl for? There ain't enough fine sisters out there. You can't find some sweet chocolate to make you happy?
True.
Oh, yeah, but I won them over.
Yes, you did. And now they wouldn't trade you for Beyonce.
You know, from the time you become a parent. You actually play out such scenarios in your head, asking yourself, how open will you be to if your child chooses to be with someone of color or a different religion or someone who
Sexually identifies differently?
yes, all of it. And we tell ourselves we'll accept it. But when it happens, you find it's not so easy. Takes some getting used to. You almost feel guilty, shamed. You find your own children have bigger hearts than you, more open, more accepting.
I felt your acceptance.
Thank you, Malik, but it's the world out there that I worry about. Will they allow this soon-to-be sweet child of yours to feel all the love it deserves, the fairness? And when I'm in public and I see an interracial couple or a family, sort of stops me. I find myself watching them. The same when I see two men or two women together. Is that unfair? Is that right? I have a gay son. At first, I didn't understand it. I didn't really want it.
I remember.
But not for the reasons you think, Robert. I didn't want it because of what you were, but because of what I felt you would have to face, endure. Being different in this country is not easy. I know. It's hard.
You can say that again.
I was as afraid for you as I was Sarah and Malik. That you wouldn't be accepted or liked. The thought of my children not being accepted or liked by people because of some difference that in the end doesn't make a damn bit of difference. It makes me angry.
You're a Democrat.
I am not a Democrat.
Just admit it, you're a Democrat.
I am not a Democrat.
You were once, dear, just like your hero, Ronald Reagan.
Now there was a president.
Oh, please, the most overrated president in modern times.
Your father wanted to name you after him.
Can you believe that? Naming me after the man that started all this conservative craziness, I would have been scarred for life.
But I didn't.
Only because of me, dear. He was still a one-term president at that point.
So in the end, they compromised. I was named after my grandmother, and my dad got to name his next dog Reagan.
You named your dog Reagan after...
I miss that dog. Best damn dog I ever had.
I still don't understand how we got so far away from that jelly bean president. Made so much progress, and now it feels like it's all slipping away.
Maybe things have been moving a little too fast for people.
Not fast enough for others.
I think this November election was just a giant handbrake to slow things down a little. Give us all a moment to figure out who we are, who we're becoming. I'm sorry, no offense to you, Malik or Hector, but I walk into a shopping mall, even here in old Midwest Michigan. It looks like the United Nations. So many different faces, beautiful faces, but different. We're all starting to look so different from each other. All these new faces, making newer faces every day. We don't see ourselves in these new faces. It's like a sea of strangers. We look back, we can see ourselves, but we look forward, it's like we're disappearing. We're becoming strangers. 10 years ago, did any of you people see the same sex being able to marry? Women being able to serve and die in combat? I grew up with an idea that going into battle was for men to protect the women, not to put them in the line of fire. Now I see women on cable TV kicking and punching each other, women hitting each other in the face. How did we get to that?
I don't understand that myself.
It's called equality.
If that's equality, you can keep it. I want to be open. I want to be modern. I'm all for equality. But some of this is taking some time to get used to. And I'm sorry if it sounds prejudiced or politically incorrect, but where is my America? Where is the America I grew up in? I don't recognize it anymore. People just want to protect what they've known. When did it become such a crime to protect a way of life? We keep getting asked to be more tolerant, more and more open. But where does it end? When do we get to be too tolerant? You wonder why people want to go back to a simpler time?
When was that, Dad? Segregation and fire hoses and German shepherds? Being arrested for loving someone of a different color or of the same sex? Forcing women to use back alley doctors and coat hangers as their instrument of choice? Make America great again? What was so great?
It just feels like we're losing our country.
You needed to make more babies.
Come again, Hector.
You let your fertility rate get too low. People keep complaining about all the immigrants, but if you had made more babies, you wouldn't have needed immigrants to keep the economy moving, and you could have all stayed looking similar.
I'm sorry, Hector. Maybe I didn't phrase that right the best.
No. You couldn't have said it better. It was honest. Something missing from most conversations. We're all trying to not hurt each other's feelings. We have this compulsion to be liked. We have to stop wanting to be liked and start being honest.
Well, we made our contribution. 3 beautiful, completely different children.
I want to contribute too, but Deborah doesn't.
Hector, please.
We're amongst family.
I do not want to get into this right now.
I think it's harder to have children nowadays. So expensive.
I don't know how I'm going to balance work with a baby.
The one income earner per family. That's an America I wouldn't mind getting back to.
You mean keeping women down?
I wasn't doing it to keep your mother down. It used to be a source of pride for a man to be able to take care of his family. Have the mother to watch over the children, not some underpaid, stressed out daycare worker.
Staying home after your kids were born, I actually liked it myself. That is, for a while. Until I started to go crazy. Remember that, dear?
Like it was yesterday.
I do like working, getting out, having my own money, mad money. No offense, dear.
No offense taken.
I never planned to still be paying off my student loans in my 30s.
If you need more help.
No, sir. You've helped enough already.
We went to college to try and get ahead and ended up in a lecture hall with 500 kids for $30,000 a year. And now we still owe over $100,000.
They're not colleges anymore. They're businesses. The education cartel. Whatever happened to being able to send your kids to college without everybody going broke over it?
I don't know how we're ever going to be able to buy a house.
All we ever wanted was for you children to go further than us. That's the dream, isn't it? The American dream?
That dream is dead, Dad.
And when the hell did that happen? And how the hell did that happen? How did this country get to be so damned expensive? Would somebody please tell me what the hell is happening to this country? Over in Ann Arbor, they're paying that Jim Harbaugh $5 million a year to coach football. Not a teacher, a coach. paying a sports coach $5 million at an institution of higher learning. Jeez, good God. What the hell does that teach?
Capitalism, Dad. It teaches capitalism.
You're not a Democrat, Dad. You're a socialist.
I am not a socialist.
A democratic socialist.
I am not a Democrat, and I am not a democratic socialist. Now stop that.
Oh, I think that's me. Hello? Oh, hi, Jerry. Where am I? Well, I'm at home with my family. Maybe you forgot. It's Thanksgiving. Yes, I know we're supposed to be opening tonight, and I'm the only one who has the keys. That is other than you. Where are you, Jerry? Oh, that's nice. The warm confines of your home, the one which I and the rest of the gals have been financing for the last 10 years. What? No, there's no problem, Jerry. I simply decided that I'm not working on Thanksgiving. It's a federal holiday, you know. Oh, easy now, Jerry. You're a born-again Christian, right? Jesus would frown on that sort of language. Jerry, the world will survive without the happy hairdresser being open on Thanksgiving night. Well, Jerry, that would be your decision. But I would remind you that all decisions have consequences, and that if you were to decide that, I would bring every state labor board practice on top of you, not to mention picketing the hell out of your 2-bit enterprise. Where am I going to get the pickets? Oh, Jerry, you don't want to know. I will have an army outside your salon. Do you hear me? A very loud army. Now, if you want to sell a few extra bottles of L'Oreal tonight, you'll get your Grecian formula ass down to the salon, and you can stay up all night so you can be the one to explain to your family why you had to work on Thanksgiving. Good night, Jerry. Oh, and God bless. Say hi to Liz. Down with the machine.
I don't think I've ever been more proud of you, Bolshevik Bev.
Oh, stop that. So, where were we?
Dad wanted to know what the hell was happening to this country.
What I want to know is, how did two conservative Midwest Republicans create a Democratic socialist daughter and a feminist liberal Planned Parenthood activist?
How did we do that, dear?
Simple. We tried not to impose our values on them, giving each one the space for their own development and diversity, thinking that if we didn't try to make each of them like us, that there was a better chance they'd become like us.
And how did that work out, dear?
Completely backfired.
I turned out Republican.
Rainbow Republican.
It's still Republican.
I just wish, even with our differences, we could all find a way to get along.
My father voted for a man for president who spoke openly about groping and grabbing women. How am I supposed to get along with that?
That was just his penis talking.
Dad!
What?
I never heard you speak like that.
Oh, I have. Your father is more colorful than you think.
You can't listen to everything the penis says.
Dad, stop, please. Boundaries. There are boundaries.
And now you're even starting to sound like him.
You think it was easy for me to vote for him after all the things he said and done? You think I didn't think about what you girls would think of me? Especially after that Access Hollywood tape came out?
Not as bad as Romney's 47%ers tape.
You know, I still don't understand how these men running for president keep getting caught on tape.
Yeah, you can't take everything they say literally. They don't even believe half the things they say.
So who are we supposed to believe? What are we supposed to believe?
What we've always believed. What we want to believe.
What about the truth?
The truth? Yeah, I watch Fox, CNN, MSNBC. I want to be balanced. I watch them all until my eyes are red, and I'm no nearer the truth than I was when I started. Where are the Murrows and the Cronkites and the most trusted men in America, guardians of the truth, the ones we looked on to call out the lies and the BS? Gone. Now they're all just entertainers.
What do we have if there's no truth?
Each other. We have each other. We're not the enemy.
We never said you were.
Oh, no? You're not embarrassed by us? Our politics, our beliefs?
It's true. We're embarrassed by you.
We know. We are your dirty little family secret.
You're not a secret.
Oh, no? No, how many of your friends in your liberal bubble know about your conservative, Bible-reading Republican parents with Trump lawn signs? We know some of you didn't want to come back here today because of how you think we voted. If it meant so much to you, why didn't you come home to us earlier this year? Sit down with us, talk to us. Provide us some of your special perspective, some of the greater truth that was escaping our small Midwestern minds. No? Well, you just hold up in your East Coast and West Coast ivory towers of superiority as you laid exclusive claim to the moral high ground, mocking us and holding us in contempt with all that's wrong in America.
We don't hold you in contempt.
Well, no? Now who's not telling the truth?
We were waiting for you.
I just thought, what's the point? How could you not see it? It's so obvious.
That's just it. It's not obvious. It's very complicated. And the best brains in all of America spend all of their waking hours trying to figure it out, and they can't get it right.
It just seemed like we were so far apart.
On some things, but not everything. We knew how much this meant to you. So when you didn't come to fight for our votes, we were disappointed. As if our little singular votes were not that important, not worth the effort. You gave up on us. We would have listened, kept an open mind, especially this year.
My vote may very well turn out to be the worst mistake I'll ever make. But I also know that something is off in this country. Something missing, lost. Nothing seems secure anymore, durable, lasting. How do we live in the richest, most abundant nation in the world and have so many people feel so cynical, mistrusting, fearful, angry? Fear at not being able to pay our medical bills, angry at being laid off and replaced by a robot, fear of having our pensions funds raided, and angry that our vote feels like it changes nothing. And this meanness, we've become so mean to each other. We all proclaim we love America, but we no longer like each other. How did that happen? When did that happen? To vote for your candidates, my beautiful millennials, it just seemed like nothing would have changed. And everything would have kept changing. Don't think that I haven't had strong reservations about voting for this pussy-grabbing plutocrat.
Dad, please.
Female fondling commander-in-chief?
Not really better.
In the end, maybe I'm with Malik. My vote was a vote to blow it all up to. Wow.
Bolshevik Bev and anarchist Arthur. I'm starting to like you two.
There are so many people out there telling us what to believe, how to think. how to act. Politicians, pundits, preachers. We've become so preoccupied listening to these voices, we've lost our own voices. We no longer know how to talk to each other as a country, as a family. No one talks to each other anymore. Everyone writes each other, texting, tweeting, messaging. We write and we read each other and we think we're talking to each other, but we're not. We need to stop listening to all those voices out there and start listening to each other again, face to face, on days like this, together. We need to start listening to each other, have a conversation, and not win a conversation. Everyone wants to win the conversation. It's not about winning. It's about hearing each other. In the end, our conversations right here are the ones that will matter the most. You want truth? We can find more truth together here than we'll ever find out there. Find out what separates us, but also what holds us together, what we have in common. You want to win hearts and minds? It's not out there. It's just right across the dinner table. What they can't get done in Washington, we get done as a family.
I'm in.
So am I.
Me too. But I'm still going to watch tackle football whenever I want to.
Neanderthals. Fine.
I'm there.
Good. I have something I wanted to read to you earlier at dinner, but I was taken away.
What's that, Dad?
Abraham Lincoln's proclamation declaring Thanksgiving a national holiday.
Dad, do we really have to?
Please indulge your father.
I'd like to hear this.
So would I.
Go for it, Dad.
Okay, fine. Honest Abe it is.
The year that is drawing towards its close has been filled with the blessings of fruitful fields and healthful skies. No pollution back then. Sorry, let's see, blah, 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 blah. And in the midst of a civil war of unequaled magnitude and severity, which has sometimes seemed to foreign states to invade and to provoke their aggression.
You sure this is from the 1860s?
I do therefore invite my fellow citizens in every part of the United States, blah, 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 to set apart and observe the last Thursday of November next as a day of thanksgiving and praise to our benefit Father, who dwelleth in heavens, blah, 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 blah.
You might be the first person to ever blah, 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 blah the words of Abraham Lincoln.
Would you let him finish?
With humble penitence for our national perverseness and disobedience, and commend to tender care all those who have become widows, orphans, mourners, or sufferers in the lamentable civil strife in which we are unavoidably engaged, and fervently implore the interposition of the Almighty hand to heal the wounds of the nation and restore it as soon as may be consistent with the divine purposes to full enjoyment of peace, harmony, tranquility, and union.
That sure beats 140 characters.
I have some apple pie. Would anyone like some apple pie? Good. Then we can keep talking to each other.
And listening.
And listening.
I'm sorry about your Trump signs.
Yeah, well, we just have to make sure Fred and Merle never find out.
You really feel like you're disappearing?
So, who wants to begin or continue?
End of play.
Hi, everyone. If you would turn your videos on, and everyone who's joining us in the audience, and welcome in Tim, our playwright.
Good job, guys. Good job. Great job.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I know that was a lot of words and I really enjoyed it. Wonderful, wonderful. As great actors, great piece to read, and wish we could take it and put it on stage. I know I've said that already, but I really mean it. I wish we could take this and put it in front of an audience and see you guys all performing it on stage. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
We had lots of messages pop up in the chat that we're doing a wonderful job. Herschel Kumar says, "Mocha Jesus." Feel free to turn on your feel free to turn on your video. It's fine.
That's my fiance.
Absolutely. It really is such an important time to hear this piece, given that we're kind of in the same place 4 years later. Tim, did you have any comments on that?
I wasn't hoping we'd be in the same place. When I wrote it, I was hoping for something much better, but it almost seems like it's worse, and it's
right. Prophetic in a way,
and it's, you know, how would I say, it's not completely the other side, like, you know, the conservative or Republican. It's just there's this division, and it's like, how do we find some middle place or some common place to get to? And it's when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris made their acceptance speech on that Saturday night, you know, they were dancing in the streets all that day. You know, they took to the streets in the cities on Saturday afternoon. And I heard the speeches at night, and I have to actually say that I wasn't that excited or overjoyed, because I have to tell you that I just said, it's great what happened with the vote, but oh my God, it's still so hard what's ahead. You know, I just felt like, you know, and now we're seeing the last 2 weeks, it just, this polarization seems to get crazier, and it's, you know, like I can feel what Deborah feels. It's just like, oh my God, we have so much work to do these next, right. And she's got her president, we've got our president, or the Democrat president, and it's still, oh my God, there's so much work to do. And well, it's so tiring.
Yeah, because I feel like so much of the work to be done is not necessarily just political work, but it's cultural work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's about and it's not about even policy agreement, or honestly, you can even take it a stratosphere higher and go even about philosophical agreement. It's not about that. It becomes about the willingness to have a conversation. Let Mocha Jesus actually sink in and go, you know what? That makes absolute complete sense.
Robert, never heard
until I get to that point.
If you go to Spain, you find when you go to some of the churches that the Jesus on the cross is actually a darker skin.
Yes.
He is definitely a darker skin, more brown, so to speak. It's not that what I call that Jesus Christ superstar, white, bearded Northern European. He picked the one place, and Sarah knew it, that, oh God, take the founding fathers down, but please don't get into the Jesus, black Jesus. What? Please, my father, this is the place he'll melt down. And it was, this counterculture, Malik, where he's this, this other voice, and but hopefully we somehow we can move forward. And I don't know, I try to remain hopeful, but it's hard to, it's really kind of hard. It's just, and it's been going on for so long, and it's so tiring at a certain point. It's like, it feels like 20 years of this crap.
Tim, I just thought of a question for you, and I don't know if you'll be able to answer it or not.
Yeah.
But it just occurred to me. So, of the 7 characters, what character do you sort of identify with the most?
Oh, that one's easy.
What I'll tell you is that I would tell you that I identify with all of them. I mean, I'm like a very schizophrenic, super split personality, that I hear all these characters and all these voices, and they're coming from all these places. It wasn't hard to get Arthur that, and I'm not that character, but for some reason I just was able to, I hopefully find some of that voice and that understanding about what the Arthur characters are going through in the country. I don't want to say fringe, but the gay son and the black son-in-law and the Hispanic son-in-law. And this is what the American family is really fully becoming, which is just, we're all of the same family. It's not easy.